first thing I should do is thank everybody who made this day necessary. I want to thank the Yankees and the Mets, the only two organizations in baseball I work for. And last of all, I want to thank baseball. It has given me more than I could ever hope for. And I hope that when I'm through with this game, I will put something back. Thank you very much.
Yogi Berra's Hall of Fame acceptance speech, complete with Yogi-ism. I want to thank all the people who made this day necessary.
I thought the great thing that he said was, I want to give something back to the game. And he certainly did. What a great figure here in New York, managing both teams, Yankees and the Mets. He's an icon.
David Wright leading off in the home third inning.
You know, in a year, in an era where there's so much celebrity and pseudo-celebrity, whatever you want to say, Yogi truly was an icon here in New York.
Well, and really coast to coast, and you know, he became a ubiquitous pitchman in his post-playing days. Yoo-hoo was a big one. Aflac later in his life. And so he kind of stayed in the public eye. And you know, how iconic do you have to be to have an iconic cartoon character named after you?
You're right.
Although the people who created Yogi Berra insisted for years that they did not name Yogi Berra after Yogi Berra.
Ranger Rick?
Because then they would have had to pay royalties.
Oh, I see. Well,
I said earlier, and it's probably the case, or something close to it, that Yogi, despite being a very soft-spoken man, was maybe the most quoted figure of the 20th century. And it's probably also true that at least half of the sayings that were attributed to him, he never said. Exactly.
There's a quote.
David Wright down on strikes. Second strikeout for Williams Perez. The way the whole Yogi-ism legend began was with the end of the playing career of Joe Garagiola. Joe grew up with Yogi in St. Louis and became a broadcaster, and a very funny one, and used Yogi's lines for comedy. And you know, some of them Yogi might have actually said, and some of them might have been Joe Garagiola's creations.
Well, they both grew up together on the Hill, which was an Italian neighborhood in St. Louis. And then Garagiola had a wonderful career, went on to the Today Show. And so it gave a national venue exposure to Yogi.
And it was all totally in fun and enhanced his legend.